Onto this, an active duty U.S. military member is pleading for help tonight. His own family is stuck in war-torn Afghanistan, and he cannot find anyone to get them help.
Laura Diaz has a story you'll only see on Fox 11. Laura.
Yes, he is a man who is worried that he places the lives of his family in jeopardy simply by being. You can imagine how heavy his burden is that he carries.
I don't trust the Taliban at all.
He's a proud American citizen who serves his country every day. But we meet at an undisclosed location with his back to the camera for fear what he does here might put the lives of his family in danger back home. He has parents, siblings, and in-laws in Afghanistan. This specialist in the Army, in the reserves, who is of Afghan descent, is also a 37-year-old father of 3. He has an urgent request. He needs to get his immediate family out of Afghanistan. He believes they're in grave danger.
I just need my family to be out of the country as soon as possible, because I don't want to lose my family over in Afghanistan. See, and it's very urgent, and we do have like only a week left for withdrawal.
He shows us a photo that he says was taken after the Taliban beat up his father-in-law, demanding weapons. Both he and his wife are afraid of the worst. She's most afraid of.
She says that she doesn't feel well. She is very scared about her family over there in Afghanistan.
The Army specialist has reached out desperately to both senators from California and the VA. You see his many emails. Meanwhile, time is his enemy as he waits for help.
I did request a phone call interview with my senators and also with my congresswoman, but I was being told from their offices that they were not available.
The man says that he's been trying for over a year to bring his extended family to this country, but obviously with the events of recent weeks, it has become ever so urgent. Laura Diaz reporting live from Ventura, now back to the studio.
All right, we'd like to hear an update on that story for sure, Laura. Thank you so much. We're going to talk right now, though, about the current situation in Afghanistan with Orange County Congresswoman Young Kim. Thank you for being with us. And if you saw that story, what do you say to someone like that? That's a member of the U.S. military, and he has family there in Afghanistan. What do you say?
It breaks my heart. First of all, Kristen and Marla, thank you for having me. The story that we just heard is very heartbreaking, and it's personal for so many. And I cannot imagine what our veterans and Gold Star families are going through. So I want to take a moment to thank our troops who have served in Afghanistan and their families, and our Gold Star families, as more troops are deployed to secure Kabul airport. And I'm hearing that many are deploying for the first time. I want them to know I'm rallying with them, and I'm praying for their safe return home. And I also want to tell this person who you just interviewed, my office is also working with the State Department to evacuate as many as 30 Afghan families out of Kabul who had our backs for over the last 2 decades. And I'm really excited that one of the families that we've been helping with is confirmed to have just boarded a plane today, but there is much more work to do to help others like this gentleman. So to those Afghans who had our backs, and we must have theirs, I want anyone who's watching, and including the gentleman you just interviewed, please contact my office at ca39casework@mail.house.gov. We'll do everything we can to help you. And like other families who are in waiting, like the family that we just boarded on a plane today, we hope we can be able to help you out too.
Representative Congresswoman Kim, I want to get your reaction to the August 31st deadline. That's just a matter of days away. It's been a relatively slow evacuation withdrawal process. President Biden expressed that he could extend that deadline. The Taliban, in the meantime, is saying that's a red line. You extend the deadline, you face the consequences. Should we extend that deadline?
Well, again, we heard President Biden considering potentially reviewing the situation until we get all Americans and Afghan allies out of Afghanistan. I would plead with the president and the administration and whoever is working on this strategy to exit as many people out of there to consider extending the deadline. This situation that we're seeing was predictable and preventable. And what we're seeing in the matter of days in Afghanistan is a national security and humanitarian crisis. This was directly caused by withdrawal of U.S. troops without a strategy to ensure stability in the region. You know, what I'm concerned right now, as what we are witnessing in the region, is that we're going to have a long-term ramifications in the region. As I talk to many community leaders, and they're watching with grave concern whether or not the America will be there. This is about America's moral standing on the world stage, keeping our word and showing our allies that they can trust the United States to keep our promises that we made. So right now, our immediate and urgent focus must be to evacuate U.S. citizens and our Afghan partners who have helped us as translators, interpreters, and other vital roles they played in the fight against terrorism, and get them to safety. This August 31 arbitrary deadline must be revisited and reconsidered.
And we should note that you are on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Let me switch gears here real quickly. Regarding the FDA approval of the Pfizer vaccine, do you think more people will get vaccinated now that we have this FDA approval?
You know, first of all, the news of FDA getting Pfizer full vaccine approval is a good one. I also have to tell you that my mother-in-law passed away from COVID-19, as did many of our friends and loved ones. I encourage people who have not been vaccinated to consult with their doctors first, but I do believe the vaccine is safe and effective, and it can help protect you and your loved ones. You can still get COVID-19, but your symptoms will be less severe with the vaccination. And I personally received 2 doses of Pfizer early this year, and I'm looking forward to receiving a booster shot when it's available. You know, it will help us, all of us, get back to normal.
Yeah, those booster shots becoming available once the FDA approves that as soon as September the 20th. Of course, we are very sorry to hear about your mother-in-law as well,
so sorry.
Congresswoman Kim. And thank you so much for being with us tonight at 6.
Thank you.